Hey guys, welcome back to Draco's Minions, formerly known as Draco Socard on YouTube. I just want to go over what I've been doing. Um, I had a video about why I've been gone, and this is what I did to try to help my state of mind. Is I switched over and started to play around with 3D printing. So it takes my 3D modeling to the next step, and I get something physical. Getting something physical, I feel is one of the better things in life. It shows you, progress. Like, I made that, Now, 3D pictures and people saying, oh, that looks good. It's a little different than somebody buying the item that you made. And I have an Etsy store, and I've been selling. Now, I redesigned these from the original that I downloaded, looked at how it was working out and stuff, and then looked at better stuff. And these little infinity cubes is where I started. They're just, you just play with them. It's like a good thing for somebody with ADHD, I think, autism. I handed one to my dad. He's like, I'd never play with this. And I talked to him for like 2 hours the whole time he played with it. Didn't even realize it. Then he said his hands felt good because he's moving them. He's like 73. Anyways, no, he's older than that. Anyways, so let me give you a tour of my 3D world, my 3D printing world. You already know about my skills with the 3D blender, my CAD, because my background is a design engineer for the automotive. I've been doing 3D for 30 years in automotive. And then I started playing around with 3D blender. So let me give you a tour of my 3D printer world. So I started off with one of these, bought it on Amazon, $250. Don't do that. You can get them cheaper at Micro Center. Well, I want to update the firmware, and I bricked the whole thing. And it's because the firmware is garbage. I mean, the update didn't. How you have to do it, it's so scary. So I returned it to Amazon and bought a different printer, which is called a CR6SE, which is even more expensive and even better. But here's that printer. This is the CR6SE. It's got an auto bed leveling, so I don't have to mess with things. It's got a touch screen instead of a little knob that you turn. Much better. The only problem is it's more expensive. It's like, I think I paid $350. Again, overpriced. You can get these at Micro Center for a lot less. These have one modification is I went with a glass table on these. They come with a table like this, which is still nice. No! Dead dragon. These are print around 50 millimeters per second. I think you can get them going faster, which I'm going to try someday. I've added some things like this, a better wheel bearing to spin the spool. It goes in here. It's not a direct feed, it's called a Bobian tube feed, or direct drive, I'm not sure what they call it. But this one has a 1 millimeter nozzle in it, and these two, I'm sorry, that one has a 0.8, because I thought the one wasn't working that well. This has a 0.4, and that one has a 0.4 millimeter nozzle in it. I'm not running these right now at this moment. I hardly ever do, because, like I said, these are 50 millimeters per second. So a print, like I printed these on here. These are cookie cutters, something I downloaded from Thingiverse. Obviously it's Pokemon, but these take an hour to print, and they're not that thick. Now, this guy was printed on here, and he took like a day or more. It's stupid long how long these guys take to print. Let's go over to this, is the bamboo. Now I did the Kickstarter back in June. They can print 4 colors at a time. With this unit, I can order 3 more of these and print 16 colors. Not at a time, they take turns. But without me doing anything. It's a lot of wasted material because it's clear, but you come out with a product That's kind of nice. So this is called a Bamboo X1 Carbon. It's from Bamboo Labs. They just started out touchscreen Wi-Fi connected over to my computer. These ones I have to take a little micro SD in and out every time. This one, it's not a micro SD, it's a little bit bigger one, a little bit better. This guy also has a micro SD, but the only thing I ever put on there is a time-lapse video because there's a camera built in that can record time-lapse. I'm not recording any time-lapse right now. Trivia, can anybody tell me what that is? Put it in the comments, let's see if you get it right. Back to the story. This is my 3D world downstairs. That's all the film I have. If you're wondering, that right there is around $1,000 in material. Just so you guys know. I kind of jumped head first into this thing and just kept going, trying to smush this depression I had with something to do to fill my time. And it's not really working, but I'm trying. Over here is where I play my games and program, talk to my friends on Discord. Yes, I've been playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That kind of helps with the depression because I can get out a little assertion. Here is my stock of cubes I have for sale. Oh, don't look at that. That's what I'm printing another one of. Let's see. Let's go over what I've printed. So I have an Etsy store. It's Draco's Minions. I'll put the link down below. Here is something from a guy named, what is his name? Anyways, his company is called Flexi Factory. These are all print in place. I'm probably gonna knock him down. I made a little jet backpack stand for him, so he stands up. He's flexy. He moves everywhere. Just a little cat thing I found. A couple molds I made for my sister because my sister does chocolates, so I made a silicone mold so she can make little chocolate cauldrons. And then things I printed. I designed this cup. I say cup, but it's actually a pop can holder. Pop can goes down in there. I actually have a spacer. You can take that pop can out. I have another spacer that goes in so you can put like a Red Bull or a slim 12-ounce can. This is Flexi Factory Dinosaurs. Flexi Factory. I can sell these, so if you guys want one of these, let me know. I can sell them. Oh, hey, reflection. Little piggy bank I was kind of designing. These are Nintendo Switch game containers. I sell those. They're on Etsy. That's not for sale because I downloaded that model online, and there's a little controversy. You got to give somebody rights. Now, over here is a resin printer. Expensive, stinky, such good quality if you're looking for miniatures. So what I'm saying is, like, this is an FDM printer, the ones I showed you, and they have lines because it prints about 0.2 millimeters tall and roughly 0.4 millimeters wide, like a pencil going around and around and around and around and around. These guys use a vat, which I have material in here, which was clear. I tinted red because I'm trying to print something and it failed. I just have to clean it up and try again. But anyways, these guys print at 0.05 per layer, the whole thing at one time. It's a little TV LCD screen down there that lights up and it cures the resin. I'll get more into that kind of stuff in future videos. But anyways, the quality of this, let me show you. So this is a huge project I was working on. I'm going to sell these on Etsy. If you're into Dungeons & Dragons, this is a character called Tiamat. She is the Queen of Dragons, from what I understand. Let me zoom in on this. By the way, this printer is 6K. I'll have to insert a picture of this to show its real quality. The video won't show it, but that's just one of the 5 heads on this dragon. It can have 4 wings. Just to show you the size of the wing. Look at my pop bottle collection. It's just a really big wing. Here's one of the heads. Just if you're interested in something like this, they usually go for $160 for the full size scale like this. But I'm going to probably sell this first one for 80 bucks on Etsy to see if it sells, how well it sells. I'm going to want to review to find out if I printed it good enough for what they do. If they painted it, I'd like to see a photo. Oh, paint it. Just paint it. That material needs prep to paint it. So this is my little anti-stink cage. I closed the door. I got an exhaust fan that blows the stinkiness outside. I'll close it off right now because I'm not using it. That's a washer. So you take it out of there. It's dripping. You let it drip for a while. Then you put it into this bucket on there. It spins. It washes it. You take it out. And then you put it in there and the lights turn on and cure it because it's a UV cured type things. I printed was a light. Had that on Etsy for a little while and got told to take it down because somebody said they designed it. Well, they didn't design this one. They designed one like it. And the thing is, that's a Mario mushroom. I don't give a crap what the guy says. He didn't come up with the idea. I didn't fight it though because I'm going to redesign it again to look completely different. But I print these off. I don't know who designed this, but it's a Nintendo Switch game holder. And this was a skull that I made into a bowl. That was my Halloween candy bowl. Halloween, that's what I was. This had you can see the bleeding red. I didn't print it all that great, but it doesn't show in the dark. This glows in the dark, the horns and the teeth. I designed this mask by taking like 6 different masks and mashing them together. I downloaded this. Actually, I paid for this model. It's a claw when you bend your fingers. I mean, these are like, my fingers only go to here, but all of them articulate. It's pretty neat. That's what I've been doing. Oh, didn't tell you about the bamboo printer. It prints at 200 millimeters per second, and that's standard. You can hit a speed increase. It's called Sport, which is 124%, and then Ludicrous Speed, which is 150%. Or you can go silent, which makes the print a little more quiet. So if it's in your bedroom and it's bedtime, you can print it slower. I like to use the silent mode to get that first couple layers sometimes, and then I put it back to standard and let it rip. Even though the first couple layers are slower in the settings, but sometimes I forget to change the settings. So yeah, and like I showed you a second ago, this is articulated dragon. He's pretty cool. I can sell these, I believe, and I can sell this one here. Let me fix this one. So there he is. He kind of like lays back on himself, but he prints and plays no supports because if you build something up high, you have to have supports. So these guys don't require supports. I'm just rambling now, so I just thought I'd let you guys know what I've been working on. You know, because I used to do this stuff. See, there's a skull I used to make that bowl, and actually there it is again. I love that skull. And then it's the bowl. But oh, and check out, you can get some really cool filament like this stuff. This is filament my son gave me for Christmas. So it looks black. Yeah, it's got sparkles in it. Also, so guys, if you have anything that you have designed and want 3D printing, because you are my 3D animation image group, little modelers, that's pretty much what I follow with Infanzia and the group. If you guys have something that you have designed that you'd like a solid physical model of, get a hold of me, dracosocard@gmail.com, and we'll discuss what it costs. I typically only charge 3 times material. Material is about 3 cents a kilogram. Depends on what material. I mean, you can have it glow in the dark, you can multicolor, stuff like that. Just let me know. Shiny, PLA, ABS, whatever you want. Just email me and we'll discuss price. 3 times the cost. So bigger the model, of course, more the money. Do some more videos to come. I'm going to post one right after this, actually. So, show you something cool I made. Till next time, guys, stay creative.